theme is or what your intention is. Yesterday we asked what it is that we value. Today, if you'd like to ask what it is that no longer serves you, you're welcome to ponder that. Bringing hands to connect at heart center, gently press your palms together and lift your heart up just a little bit higher, thinking of the whole rib cage, collarbones, crown of the head lifting. As you exhale, bow toward your heart. As you softly open your eyes and release your hands down, let's start to lift up and back through the shoulders, lift up through the back of the neck, and we'll do just a little bit of neck love as we sit here. So find those movements side to side, ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Check in with whatever movement is there or whatever tension happens to be present. As your head comes over to the right side, if you'd like to hold the side of your head for a moment, you can. Take gratitude with the left arm, elbow hugging in, finding that rotation with your upper arm bone. Take a full deep breath and see if maybe using your exhale to help you find a little more depth. Now, if you're holding your head, go ahead and let it go. You can release both arms down and drop your chin down in towards your chest. Lift your shoulders up and back. Once again, take a full big breath here. And as you exhale, see if there's that little bit of extra tuck for your chin. And now inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Feel free to hold the side of your head here if you would like. Gratitude with the right arm. Take a full big breath. Check in with that exhale and see if it helps you come to a different place. Releasing both hands, take an exhale, drop your chin down. And now we'll just move with our breath. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, chin into your chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, chin to your chest. One more time on each side. Inhaling and exhaling. Full inhale, long, slow exhale. Now pause in the center here with your chin tucked in. Lift your shoulders up and back once again, and then lift your gaze. And now we'll take hands together into prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Palms are pressing, fingertips are pressing, and let your hands come down as low as your body is ready for. If your palms start to separate, then lift your hands up a little ways. Elbows are at about wrist height, but again, that depends on what's going on with your wrists today. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back. And then as you press your palms together, start to tilt up and down with your fingertips, giving wrists and forearms a little bit of love here. And now we're bringing hands back to back, touching at the wrists. The fingertips can be separate, but then rotate the wrists around in one direction. So you're touching all the way around at the wrists. And then rotate in the other direction. And now back into center. Go ahead and let your hands come down to rest. Lift your shoulders up and back, lengthen up through the back of your neck. And now we'll open more through our chest. So work your hands to your back body, walking them to the low back. Press down onto maybe the upper glutes and start to lift up with the chest. As you lift up with the chest, imagine letting your collarbones broaden. Take another full big breath here. Then inhale upright, bring hands in front to clasp, pull forward with your arms, and round back through your upper back, adding a little movement here, a little side to side sway through the shoulders. Inhale, sit upright, and we'll switch the cross of our legs and do just a couple more things from a seated position. Shift your sitting bones. And now let's take a little bit more time on the shoulders, the rotator cuff. Let's take our right arm out at a 90-degree angle straight ahead from your shoulder. Holding your right elbow with your left hand, draw your shoulder blade onto your back. Keep your elbow right where it is and start that rotation like you're knocking on something on your right side. Couple of deep breaths, noticing if the movement is happening from the wrist or from the shoulder. We want it happening all the way up at the shoulder. Couple more deep breaths right here. Then releasing your arms down, you can roll your shoulders back a couple times or just give your arms a little bit of a shake. And then left arm, 90-degree angle, straight ahead from your shoulder. Hold your left elbow and then plug in with your left shoulder blade. And then start that knocking. One of the other things that tends to happen here, especially if you have some tightness through the shoulder and through some of the rotator cuff connections, is we tend to move the entire shoulder versus just the arm in the socket. And try to find just the movement through the arm. Full, big, deep breath. And then release your arms down. And once again, either roll back with your shoulders or give your arms a little shake. And now similar in the idea here, we're gonna come to our right arm once again, and we have that 90-degree angle. Plug in with your shoulder blade, but then you're gonna draw your elbow across your body in a diagonal to the left side. Hold it there. And then we're not knocking, but instead just trying to turn out even as you hold your elbow in that place. And I really want to tip my shoulders here, but I'm going to keep them steady and level as I rotate my arm. Take one more big breath right here. And then release your arms. Again, move in any way that feels good for you. Left arm, and plug your elbow or plug your shoulder blade in, and then take your elbow across your body as far as it's gonna go. Hold it there, and then find that rotation. Turning the fist out, try to keep the shoulders level. Take a big breath. And then back into center, release the arms. And now we'll shift onto our hands and knees. And from hands and knees, set yourself up. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And with that, feel free to prop something underneath your knees for some support. But find a strong rooting of palms and fingertips as you stack wrists underneath the shoulders. And then find that rotation of elbow pits forward and push. Expand into the upper back here. And now we'll do a few of those scapular push-ups to warm up a little bit more in between the shoulder blades and around the shoulders. So inhale, shoulder blades come toward each other. Your chest moves toward the ground. Exhale, shoulder blades come apart. Your chest moves upward. And as you do this, remember it's not a cat pose that we're doing, but it's a movement, a retraction of the shoulder blades. And as you move through the shoulder blades, Arms stay straight. Head stays lifted to the back plane of your body. We have 2 more here. And now stay broad through your shoulders, stay rotated with your elbow pits, upper arm bones. Tuck toes, lift hips, downward facing dog pose. And take a couple moments to pedal out. Bending one knee at a time, letting your hips do a little movement. Starting to find that strong press of your back muscles, your lats, out through your hands. And then as you settle into a little bit of stillness, take a full breath in your down dog. And then walk your way forward, coming into your forward fold at the front of your mat. Feet are inner hip distance apart and parallel. Take an inhale and lengthen part way. Exhale, fold over your legs as deeply as your body needs. Tilting sitting bones upward. And then hands up above your knees, extending your heart forward. Walk your way up your legs to rise all the way up to stand. And as you come up to stand, we'll do a little bit of hip opening and the start of a quad stretch from standing. So if you would like to come to a wall, or if you'd like to use a strap for your foot when we come to the quad stretch, you're welcome to. So we're not going to come into a big dancer pose, but just the quad part of it. I personally like to just bend my knee and reach through my thigh versus holding my foot, myself, especially in the beginning, but that's up to you, okay? So now you can use hands or a strap around your knee here, but we'll shift over to our left foot and pick our right knee up and hold it in close. Ooh, balance today is fun. So now as you take a big breath and lift your heart up high, give your right foot a flex. Wrap down and under with your right hip. Lengthen up through your crown, up through your collarbones. And now open the knee up. And as you open the knee up, pull your knee up towards your chest a little higher to the degree that's right for you. And again, you can be using a strap underneath your thigh or around your knee or even at your foot here. Now, knee back into center. And here's where you might use a strap on your foot, or you might simply drop your knee down. Or if it feels good in your body to reach for your foot, you can. Any of those things are possible. I'm just going to reach my thigh today. So reaching through your thigh, lift up and back with the left shoulder. As you lift up and back with your left shoulder, pull in with your belly, pull in with your ribs. You're welcome to stretch or keep hands at your hip or hold strap or foot. Full big breath. And then gently releasing the foot down and pausing for a moment, simply allow yourself to notice, be present with anything that's showing up in the body. And then we're shifting over to our right foot and lifting the left knee up in toward your chest. You can hold with both hands, hold with a strap if you want. If you'd really like to test out your balance and your core a little bit, you can lift without holding. Take a full big breath. Wrap down and under with your left hip. Lift through your chest, lift through your crown. Take another deep breath. And now turn it open, opening it up to the left side. And your knee is lifted as much towards your chest as your body is ready for that hip flexion. Full big breath here. And now knee back to center, and you have that choice. Thigh bone down, hold the foot with a strap, or hold the foot with your hand. Take a big breath. Maybe even hold a wall with your hand. As you lengthen through the left thigh, also lift up and back through your right shoulder. Tone through the core, take another full big breath. And now as you gently release your foot down, and come back to inner hip distance apart and parallel with your feet. Pause, turn your palms forward. Just take a moment to notice. Inhale, stretch up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, bend knees, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen, extend through the heart, lift your sitting bones. Exhale and fold. Plant fingertips, feel free to use blocks if you would like to. Step your right foot back into your lunge. Pause here and wrap back with your left hip. Bend deeper into your left knee. Think of allowing your knee to move more toward your toes as you extend your heart further forward. And now stamp through the front heel, press with the back toes. Inhale, lift your back thigh, lift your leg up so you're in this moment of a warrior three variation, and then set your foot down, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, extend your heart. Exhale and fold. Now stepping back with the left foot into your lunge, pause, center with your hips, and bend deeper into your front knee. Find that movement of your shin more forward, more toward the center of your foot. Big deep breath as you extend your heart forward. And now hands might walk a little bit forward to lift the back thigh. Pause for a moment in this warrior three variation. And then exhale, set both feet down. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Plant fingertips, step right foot back into your lunge. This time, turn and plant your back heel. Bring left elbow to knee, right hand to hip as you open up into this side angle pose variation. Bend into your front knee. Find that point where your shin is trying to move more forward towards your toes. Press your left elbow down, find that lift of your ribs. If you'd like, you can reach right arm up and over the ear or straight up, your choice. Deep breath. On your exhale, both hands come down to the front of your mat. Let's work our front leg towards straight. Bump your back foot forward and turn your toes a little forward to let your hips come a little bit more centered with the front of your mat. Inhale, extend your heart forward. Big toe mound on your left foot is pressing down, and wrap back with your left hip as your left leg works towards straight. Sitting bones lift. Take another big breath here, extending your heart, or if you'd like to fold a little bit further over your leg, you're welcome to. But try to keep that lift of sitting bones. I know for me, my low back starts to round when I fold a little bit more. And now bending into your front knee, tuck your back toes and step forward. On your exhale, step your left foot back into your lunge. Turn and plant your back heel. Bring right elbow to your knee, left hand to your hip as you find this side angle pose on the second side. Bending into your front knee, even as you turn more open and press down with your elbow to let your ribs lift. Find the position of that top arm that feels good. Full, big, deep inhale and exhale. Regulating it in and out of your nose. Exhaling, both hands come down to the front of your mat, and you're working your front leg towards straight and bumping your back foot in and turning toes forward. As you push down with your right big toe mound and wrap back with your right hip, send your sitting bones up. Extend further forward with your heart. Take a big deep breath here. And again, if you have a little bit more fold in you, if that allows you to still keep a tilt up of sitting bones, then feel free to go there. Now bending into your front knee, tucking your back toes and stepping forward. Take an inhale and lengthen part way. Exhale and fold over your legs. Hands to hips. Press back on hips. Lift up with shoulders and elbows to rise all the way up to stand. And now we're going to come back to our balancing poses. And this time, if you so choose to take that dancer pose a little bit further into more of a back bend, you're welcome to, but you get to decide what that looks like today, okay? So now, this time we're gonna take this into our tree pose, but we're gonna start off in a similar way. So we're shifting over onto our left foot and lifting right knee up in towards your chest. And again, you can hold with your strap, you can hold with your hands, but hug it in nice and close. Think of a deep hip flexion here. And this is close to your side or close to your middle, whichever feels the best. Take a big deep breath. And as you lift your heart up high, stamp down through your standing leg. And now open the right knee up to the right side. And before we bring our foot to the side of our leg or to the floor for a kickstand, lift it high for that deep hip flexion. Wrap down and under with your glute here to help your knee turn more open. Now, bring your foot wherever you would like it to be for your tree pose. Side of leg, kickstand. If it's on the side of your leg, just find that high or low place. Let's avoid pressing into the knee joint, but open the knee up, open the opposite shoulder, lift your heart. Stretch here if you would like, or keep your hands at your heart in gratitude wherever you need to be. Take a big breath. And now we're turning our knee forward, and same thing, you can either drop the knee down, or you can take your strap around your foot, or you can hold your foot. 3 options. Hug the thigh in, and then as you engage your foot, whether it's in your hand or on the strap, lift through the opposite shoulder as you reach down through the right thigh. From there, if you'd like, you can tone the belly and start to press the right thigh back, extend your heart forward, maybe reach, maybe stay upright. Take a big breath. Good, and then gently release the foot if you're holding it. Set your foot down, release the arm. And then find feet inner hip distance apart and parallel, turn palms forward. Take a moment with eyes opened or closed to find your breath. And now we're shifting over to the right foot and lifting the left knee up. Again, you choose how to hold. As you find that deep hip flexion here, take a moment to notice on this side what's showing up for you. Full big breath. As deeply hugging in as your body is ready for that hip flexion, and then turn the knee open. And from here, as you lift it high, find that wrapping of the glute down and under for your knee to turn more upright. Then set your foot wherever you need it to be. High, low, kickstand. Little press into the ground, lift your heart even higher. Feel free to stretch here if you would like. Take a deep breath. And now knee draws forward and you have that choice of where to go. So bent knee, foot or strap around your foot if you would like. Hold the foot behind you if you would like. Hold the wall if you would like. Thighs are drawing in toward each other. As you stamp down through your right leg, lift your heart even higher. Thigh bone on the left side reaches down, right shoulder lifts. Tone through the belly, and then you decide if you want to press your thigh back and start to find that little bit of back bend here. Full breath. If you are finding the back bend, also find more tone through the low belly and the ribs. Then inhale all the way back upright and set your foot down and come on back to inner hip distance apart and parallel with your feet. Turn your palms forward. Eyes can be opened or closed. Take a deep breath. Inhale, stretch up overhead. Exhale, hinging from the hips and folding. Inhale, lengthen part way. Exhaling, fold. Plant hands and step back, downward facing dog pose, and take a full breath. Stay here, come to a child's pose, or you can move with me through a vinyasa. Inhaling, coming forward into plank, knees up or down. Find that rotation of elbow pits forward and push. Strong through the core, even as you bend elbows and lower. Inhale, curl up and open into your height cobra, whatever that looks like for you today. Broad through collarbones and tops of shoulders. Take a deep breath. Exhaling, hips back to heels. Take a child's pose if you're not already there. Take a full breath and just let yourself notice. Be present with where your body is in space, how your body feels, what your body needs in this moment. And now inhaling upright onto your hands and knees, and we'll do just a little bit of core work here. We're gonna take our bird dog. So if at any point in time you want toes on the ground or fingertips on the ground instead of lifting, you can be there, okay? Or take a rest. So now from your hands and knees, rotate elbow pits forward and push, expanding into the upper back. Little tilt up of sitting bones. So you have a little tiny cow pose in the low back and then a little cat pose in the upper back here. Now a little squeeze to the low belly and the ribs. As you inhale, reach back with the right leg and reach the left arm forward. Rotate down with the outer right hip, but lift up with the thigh. As you reach the fingertips forward, draw in through the shoulder blade. And now lift through the side waists. Take one more big breath right here. On the exhale, both hands set down, both knees set down. Pause and reset yourself again with that rotation of upper arm bones. Push, sitting bones tilt up and engage. Low belly, ribs, reach back with the left leg. Right arm reaches forward. Take a big breath here, rotating down with the outer left thigh, but lifting the thigh bone. Plug in with the right shoulder blade. Lift with the waist. Take a full big deep breath. Exhale, both hands come down, both knees come down, and shift your hips off to one side, legs out in front. And from here, take soles of feet together for a moment, pulling feet in towards you to your degree where you can tilt your belly forward and sit tall. So maybe keeping them a little ways further out or keeping them nice and close in or anywhere in between. As you sit tall and let the inner thighs open, use a little extra effort to open the inner thighs. So much that you might feel your feet opening a little bit like a book. Take a big deep breath. And now right leg is going to extend out and we're going to set the left leg over the top. If you have a hyperextending knee that tends to happen when your leg's out straight for poses, then you're going to roll up a blanket and set it underneath your thigh. I like the thigh just above my knee myself. That tends to give my knee a lot of support, but you can set it right underneath the knee too if you want. And then cross left leg either into a figure four or even further across to let the knees come towards stacking. So you get to find where that is for you. This is our half cow head or our figure four variation. Give your feet some action, and if you find that sitting tall is tricky here, then you might be using your blanket under your hips instead. okay? So tilting your belly forward, lift your heart up high. Hold the top knee. If you have your figure four, it might be the shin. And what you're gonna do is press down into your hands and then pull up with your hands. From that place, lift up even taller. Active with your feet. If a little hinge forward is there for you and it would feel good, you're welcome to take it. If you go there and you're like, nope, that doesn't feel good, then come back upright. Or even take your hands to the floor behind you to sit taller. Take another full, big, deep inhale and exhale in and out of your nose. And now gently come back upright if you have folded and uncross the legs. And we're taking left leg out straight with a prop underneath to support the knee. And then right leg either into a figure four or crossed a little further over. There's no right or wrong answer there, just what feels right in your hips today. And it doesn't have to look the same as the other side. As you activate your feet and start to sit tall, notice if you need to add something underneath the hips on this side. Maybe you didn't on the other, but you do on this side. Pull up with your hands on your top leg and push down at the same time. And maybe find a little more length. Then you decide here, hinge forward and fold or stay more upright. Take a full breath. And now inhale upright, uncross the legs. And now we'll take a spinal twist. Actually, we'll take that from laying down. So go ahead and lower yourself down onto your back. Be sure that you have props handy close by. And then as you bring your knees as close as is comfortable, and that can be feet lifted or feet on the ground, we're gonna take our knees over to the right side and set a prop either under or in between them to allow for a little bit of comfort and ease in getting our shoulders all the way down. From that place, if you do feel like your left shoulder is lifted, inch your shoulders a few inches over to the right side. And then feel free to open the right arm or the left arm up to the left. Maybe set a hand on the side of your left leg. Take a few moments to let your breath do its natural work here in this twist. Two more deep breaths right here. And now inhale back upright, footprints to the ground for a moment, and just give yourself a moment to sense, to notice how your body feels. You might set hands on your hips or relax them out to your sides, maybe knees drop in toward each other. Take a deep breath before we take the second side. And now feet can either stay on the ground or you can lift your knees up towards your chest to take your legs over to the left side, propping underneath or in between or both. Notice where your right shoulder is and maybe shift shoulders over an inch or two to the left to help bring your shoulders down. And then that extension of the right arm if you want, holding that top thigh if you'd like. Take a full breath wherever that is. And now as you bring your legs back up to center, footprints to the ground, decide on one last pose that would be really helpful for you to be able to settle for your Shavasana. A twist, a stretch, a restorative pose, whatever it is, take the time to find what would be really compassionate, what would be kind to yourself. And then when you're ready to, you can start to set yourself up, finding your way to your resting pose. Bringing some awareness back to your breath. Let yourself just take a moment to sense any body sensations that are showing up. Notice any experiences that you're having in your body in this moment. And then as you start to move a little bit through fingers and toes, slowly bend your knees and make your way over to your side. Just take a moment to check in with yourself here to notice if there is anything that's come up for you for a theme or an intention. And then gently press yourself back upright to your seat. And with hands coming to connect at heart center, take another moment just to let yourself be present with yourself, your body in this moment. Maybe an intention that has surfaced for you. Have a very peaceful, beautiful day. Namaste.